Guess what's under the cover here? Anybody? Like maybe a Camaro? Or, yeah. That's it. We have a very special guest here I want to introduce before I hand the mic off to Mr. Craven. You guys give up for Courtney Hanson.
Good morning, Bob. Thank you. How awesome is Bob Ashton?
Yes.
Did you guys see Bob on Ride of Your Life? Episode 8, the GTO. Bob came through, he saved the day. We had somebody steal seats from our shop, and we needed the seats for the 65 GTO, and I was freaking out, and we couldn't find them anywhere. Nobody had them available. I called Bob, because Bob knows everyone, and Bob said, I've got seats for you. I'm going to drive them in. He came from Detroit all the way to Atlanta, and saved the day, and we had seats in the GTO, and he looks awesome on TV.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bob. It is so good to be back at MCACN. I think this is my 8th time. I think it's my 8th year at MCACN, and it's such an amazing show. I mean, definitely one of the best shows in the world, and probably the best indoor show in the country, the Pebble Beach of car shows. And I'm honored to keep coming back, and I always have such a blast. And I want to talk to you guys and hear what you're working on, what you're driving, and hopefully everyone is tuning into Ride of Your Life with Courtney Hanson on Motor Trend. We had 8 episodes air so far. We build cars for deserving families and give them to them for free. And we have 4 more coming in January. We needed a little break for editing, and the network wanted to save the shows for the new year. So there's a total of 12, and tune in to see Bob and other celebrity guests and some really killer builds. So anyway, I'm excited about this unveiling, and am I handing the mic to you? Handing it over here. Thank you.
Thank you, Courtney. Good morning, everybody. I'm Scott Hoke, the host of MCACN Auctions. My partner, John Cramen, the professor, is here as well. And we're going to unveil a 1969 Dodge Daytona, and not only unveil it to you, but we're going to unveil it to the owner of the car who has not yet seen it in its restored condition. This is one of one in dark green poly, white interior, and a white wing. It is going to be breathtaking, I can promise you that. You want to take it from here with Mike?
Yeah, this has got such a great story. I could not be more happy and more proud to be here to talk about this car. First of all, this car actually has been seen at MCACN before. Some of you that are Mopar fans, or not Mopar fans necessarily, might remember this car as a barn find as unrestored. There's a story behind that. There's a story to the fact that it's here now. It's done. The restoration is complete. Thanks to Mike Mancini and his crew. We've got the owner here right now that's going to tell us a little bit about the background of the car before we unveil it for the first time here in its restored condition. And keep in mind, he will be seeing it for the first time, just like all of us are going to do in just a few moments. Say a couple words.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ronnie Bellatier. My wife is over here. This car was in a storage unit up in Pennsylvania, Hazleton, Pennsylvania, a little town where I was born and raised in. And this guy had the car. I went to high school with this guy. It was in the garage for 23 years. Before that, it was in another garage in New Jersey for 24 years. And then that guy moved to Hazleton, and he put this car in my friend's garage. And for years, he would always tell me, this guy has something in his garage. I have no idea what it is. He never opens the door. He just, every first of the month, he would call him up, give him his credit card number, pay for the, he had 2 cars, one in each garage. And he would pay and pay and pay. And then one day, he called me up and he said, Ronnie, he just opened that garage door, and there's a Daytona in there. So I said, find out what he wants to do with it. So he gave the guy my phone number. The guy called me up. We made a very, very close friendship on the phone, talking to each other for 10 minutes. We became like best friends. I made a deal with the guy. I bought the car over the phone. I had somebody else go in the garage, and he checked it to make sure all the numbers were matching and everything was original on the car. Called the guy back, bought the car over the phone. I got in touch with this gentleman over there. It's history.
Let's hear a few words from the restorer, Mike Mancini. Tell us how you got involved with this project.
Well, I got a call one day from Ronnie. He said that he had found a car that he was interested in restoring, and it was rare, and he had found out that I had done some Daytonas before and wanted to see if I would be interested in working with him on this car. So he sent me some information, and I looked at the car, and it all checked out. And most fascinating, it was the only one ever built with the green, white, and white combo. So that intrigued me too. And so we hooked up at the 2019 Chrysler's at Carlisle show. On the way back, we stopped at the storage unit that he mentioned. The original owner was there, Ronnie was there, and all the people involved, and we loaded the car and brought it back to the shop. Then that November, we had it here in the barn find, and right after that, we started the restoration. It was a long and arduous restoration because we did a incredibly accurate, authenticity-based restoration with numerous new old stock parts, NOS parts, and building the car exactly the way that Daytona should be built. Basically, this is one of the most complex mopars to restore because you have to restore it as a Charger and then basically make the conversion as Creative Industries did to do it authentically. So we went through all of those exercises, and I really thank my great customer for going the distance on that because it's not easy and it's not inexpensive.
Okay, well said. Well, I think it is time, folks. I think it's time that we're seeing this car in its restored condition for the very first time. Hey, I think tears are going to be allowed. So, Ronnie, congratulations. Let's take a look at this thing.
There it is. Wow. Hey, Ronnie? I gotta ask you, what's your first impression? I can't say it.
They're the tears.
Yeah. Mike and the crew, what an amazing, amazing job. Unbelievable.
It takes your breath away, doesn't it?
Yep.
Photo op.
Well, I knew we were going to see some tears, and we did. Folks, thank you so much for being here to hear the story. And I just want to say a final thought that this event brings the cars and the stories to life better than any other single event, particularly in regard to muscle cars and Corvettes. Once again, thanks to Bob Ashton and his staff. More reveals coming up. Thanks so much, everybody.
I gotta see it. I gotta see the car now. Gotta see it.